bird is out to see us. I'd like to say his name is Mr. Fiddich. And Mr. Fiddich is a great grey owl and is honestly the nicest bird in the whole world. He's so chilled out that he's not really bothered about the whole flying idea. Here he comes. His idea of a good day is to come out, get someone to walk up and just put chicken wings straight in his mouth. All right? He's getting little mini chicken wings today because basically, you know, he does eat mice in captivity. We give him mice and small rats. All of his food is dead when he gets it and is delivered nowadays in easy, you know, frozen packs. But if you start chopping up mice and rats into little bite-sized treats, it gets very messy very quickly. So little mini chicken wings are in fact the best treat to give an owl like Mr. Fiddich, okay? So that's why he's getting his little mini chicken wings today, because they are such good little treats. Now, he obviously only eats raw meat, and his main diet in the wild is small mammals, mice, shrews, voles, stuff like this. But in captivity, like I say, today in particular, he's getting his mini chicken wings. But Mr. Fiddich, being in captivity, we like to sort of tell you a bit about captive owls and captive birds of prey, because in falconry, obviously, they do live in their aviaries and then they come out and fly. Now, in the right environment, if falconry is done properly, you'll be meeting the birds when they're completely free. That owl is more than capable right now of flying off into the distance and never be seen again, right? But the fact is he completely trusts us not to hurt him. So he's not got any fear of us at all whatsoever. He is hand-reared, which means he thinks that he's a human. He doesn't know he's an owl, okay? He isn't a rescue bird. He was bred at another bird of prey centre in the UK, but we specifically hand-reared him from 10 days old because owls are very, very highly strung. They're very fragile and they do get very stressy very easily. So if he was reared by his mum and dad, even in captivity, and then you tried to bring him out of an aviary and train him, he would find being handled by humans just far too stressful. So owls, if they're going to be used in hands-on educational work, they have to be hand-reared. And generally, if you breed owls and so on in captivity, they have a lot of chicks. So even if you put all the food in the aviary you want to the mum and dad, because the older chicks are so much bigger than the younger chicks, the younger ones can be bullied, and this owl could have 5 chicks in its nest. So what you find with people that breed in particular owls, the younger chicks are hand-reared anyway, so that they don't get bullied off of the food and starve. And then the older chicks are the ones that would be reared by mum and dad, and they would go into other breeding projects, but wouldn't be handled or flown like Fiddich, if that makes sense. So now that he is hand-reared, he seems to be as happy as an owl could possibly be, okay? Mr. Fiddich, number one, he thinks he's a human, so he obviously trusts us and he's not scared of us. Number 2, his posture is very relaxed as well. Mr. Fiddich is all fluffed up right now. His big fluffy trousers are showing, his fluffy head's all puffed up, and that is a sign of him being relaxed. If he was stressed, he would suck all of his feathers into his body and he would literally look uptight and be standing up really tall and sucked in, and that's because his instinct would be, when he's scared, to blend into a tree because he's a forest owl, right? So from his posture, the fact that he's talking to us and the fact that he's hand-reared and that, like I say, he's not flying away and he's staying with us, would hopefully indicate that Mr. Fiddich is nice and happy being around a bunch of humans like us, basically. Ready? Here he goes. Whoa, skimming your heads today. So the other reason why he's making that noise, where Mr. Fiddich thinks that he's a human, right, he basically is still acting like a baby. He's 3 years old, but he's acting like he's 6 weeks old. And that's because we keep hand feeding him. He's not growing up. He's like Peter Pan. In the wild, at 4 or 5 months old, mum and dad abandons you and you have to grow up very quickly, and eventually they learn there's no point making this noise anymore because you're not getting fed. But where we keep feeding him, he's just not growing up. If that makes sense? So he thinks he's a baby, even though he's 3 years old. And in the wild, mum and dad, like I say, would fully abandon you by 5 months old. And you'd have to learn to, you know, you'd have to grow up very, very quickly. Now, in captivity again, obviously he's choosing to fly to me. We're not forcing him to do it. There's a bit of bribery involved with his chicken wings, but honestly, if he didn't want to do it, he just wouldn't. And the other thing is, if he's lucky in captivity, he should double his lifespan. This owl could potentially live until he's 25 years old with us, and in the wild you would halve that, okay? Again, there's a bit of a cheat involved because this owl's got private healthcare insurance. So obviously that helps you out whether you're a human or an owl. But if he was stressed all the time, even with his private healthcare, I don't think he would double his lifespan. So looked after properly, the bird and the owl, or the bird and the falconer should both have an amazing life together, basically. And then have you guys heard of the term fed up? When you eat, you know, you don't want to do anything. That comes from falconry, that expression. Back in medieval times, people would be out hunting with that bird, with their birds, and that expression was created because if your bird caught something, they don't retrieve, so you'd have to go to them. And if you don't get there quick enough, they will eat so much that they will be fed up. And once a bird is fed up, it does nothing for the rest of the day, right? So that is where that expression comes from. So literally, Mr. Fiddich comes out here, hops to the glove a few times, gets fed up, and that owl will go back to bed until tomorrow now, after this session. Whether he's in a tree or in his aviary, he's gonna have enough food that he will just go to sleep until tomorrow lunchtime, basically. And then by tomorrow he'll wake up, he'll be ready for some more dinner, and we don't want him starving hungry. We want Mr. Fiddich at a healthy weight where he wakes up, you know, and he fancies some lunch. We don't want him starving because he'll be weak, he'll get aggressive, he'll get sick. We just want him like a human waking up in the morning, we're ready to go and get breakfast, exactly the same way. So I weigh him every day, weigh his food, and we know that this owl, by the end of this session, is going to have 24 hours worth of food, so he will feel content for the next 24 hours, and then he'll be ready to get food again, basically. Hey, Mr. Fiddich. Well, most owls are crepuscular or nocturnal, but this owl has to be adaptable to both. You get these right up into the Arctic Circle. So you're talking about 24 hours of daylight in the summer. So he can cope with both day and nighttime hunting. Even nocturnal owls in captivity, once they're hand-reared, they're such big babies, as long as they're getting fed, they don't seem to care about being out in the daytime, if that makes sense. Because when they're chicks, the parents have to hunt day and night to feed them all, and they will feed day and night as well. The only reason why most owls prefer to hunt at night is because their biggest predators are other birds of prey. And all other birds of prey, apart from owls, hunt in the daytime. So it's much safer for Mr. Fiddich to be out at night time than it is in the day. Because if he was in the wild, like say an eagle or a hawk would unfortunately be quite happy to eat Mr. Fiddich if they had the opportunity to. So again, he is not bothered. Just would prefer to be out at night if he was in the wild. Right, scoot along you two. I'm going to put him in the middle. Scoot that way. Oh, that'll do. Say that again for me, sir. Sorry.
I thought they made a deeper sound.
Yeah, they do when they're breeding to call for a mate. They will do, or when they're displaying over territory. But he's making a baby.